How you feeling?
Feel great. I'm excited. After we're done camp now, it's like, on to SEMO, and I can't wait for that time to come. But we still got some work to do, some planning. But man, I can't wait for September 2nd.
Manage your excitement at all? Like you don't want to be over the top?
Yeah, a little bit. You gotta, like we always say, you want to practice, every single day. It's like you can't get too far ahead of yourself. Obviously that first game's in the back of our head, but you can't get too excited and forget about all the work that we have to put in from now until then, because we still got 2 good weeks of practice that we got. A lot of preparation, a lot of little detailing things that we need to do. So you're excited, but you want to kind of focus on the process and not the end result.
Deuce gave you such a good crutch to lean on. I mean, he could just go make a play. You could throw the ball out to him and you make a play. Has it been an adjustment, kind of not looking for Deuce on the field?
I mean, yeah, obviously Deuce provided that. When you don't know what's going on around you, Deuce was always there. He was always where he needed to be. He always, picked up blitzes that I didn't see. Like he was just, outside of what he could do physically, it was mental. He never messed up. He always did the right thing, knew where to be, knew what to do. But I'm telling you, the running back room that we have right now is as deep as I've seen it since I've been here, like top to bottom. I think all those guys are doing a lot of good things. I think from DJ and Trayshawn all the way to Anthony Frias and Joe Jackson, and I think we have 4 guys that can significantly contribute and are doing really good things. So obviously, not having Deuce is, does it hurt? He was my guy, since we got here. Super close with him still, and it's super cool to see what he's doing with the Cowboys. Not a surprise at all. I knew he would do that and prove all those guys wrong that were saying he was too small. But I feel really good about where our running back room is, even without him, just because of some of those guys, we're able to learn from him. And DJ, just seeing how he kind of went about his business every day, and he picked up a lot of really good habits from him and all those guys. And they all, they're not Deuce, but I've said it a million times, they're not Deuce, but they're themselves, and they're in themselves. They've done some really good things this camp, and it's fun because during camp, you don't usually get to see the live. A lot of it is just two-hand touch, tag tempo, where we're not trying to get guys hurt. So seeing it where, DJ's going to be able to just run guys over, and Trayshawn's going to be able to make guys miss, and nobody's able to just say, oh, that was a tackle. It's real live bullets. I'm excited to see that because I know those guys are super elusive.
How different was camp for you this year
than the
past?
It was light years different for me, just in every way, just because of, my position, where I am compared to where I was, my confidence, literally in every way was different, and in good ways, and I think this camp this year was the best one I've had personally, and as a team, I think the best we've had. I think, with all the sports science stuff that we're doing, they took really, really good care of us. Because they understand, it's a grind. It's going to be hard. Camp is not easy. But in order for us to achieve at our highest potential, we got to be feeling good, and they got to take good care of us, and that's what they did. And we put a huge stress on our recovery, made sure our bodies were, feeling as good as we could. I mean, we did hydration tests every morning. We're doing, recovery stations every single day in the weight room. They were, and obviously having the indoor practice facility rather than being on that hot grass field was definitely a little different. That was super nice to be able to do that and not just be, out on that grass field kind of baking in the sun all day. But so that was huge. I mean, in every way, this camp was way different, and it didn't even feel like camp, honestly. It was more fun. It was more competition. I wanted to be there, and I think everyone would agree with that. I think it was definitely our best camp yet, but like I said, there's more work to be done. We're not finished improving, and our goal is just to get better every single week and be playing the best football that we can in December.
With Duffy out, how did the offensive line handle that? It sounds like the depth is really kind of paying dividends now.
Yeah, I think we have around 10 guys that will and can see playing time, and I think as much as it is tough not having Duffy right now. I think it's getting those younger guys and those guys that are going to need to play some ready. And I think, our depth at those tackle positions, we have 4 or 5 options that we can put. And I know there's going to be a lot of guys moving around, but I think, between KT, Carver, John Pastore, I think Andrew Linegan's doing really good things. I think, we have a lot of guys that have seen experience and have been out there. I know, obviously we have our guys that are the 6 years that have the most experience, but I think just, as much as it hurt to have Duffy out and will hurt, I think those other guys got a lot of banked reps and, a lot of reps against some really good defensive ends. I mean, Khalid Duke was making those dudes work pretty darn hard during fall camp. That dude's doing some good things right now. And but no, I feel really good about where we're at.
Does the right arm on Will Howard feel bigger and stronger this fall?
I would say so. It's I feel really good spinning the ball right now about where we're at, and just I feel like over the summer, you want to work on your continuity with your receivers and stuff like that, and but it's never going to be perfect when you get into camp. And I felt like as camp went on, with some new pieces that were kind of added in with Trayshawn, Keegan, guys that I haven't really worked with before. It started off, we kind of had to feel our way through those first 5 days, I would say. And then once we got through that, man, like every single day we just got better, and you could tell. Like by the end of the camp, we were just clicking, and it feels good because, I know where we're at right now, and man, I can throw balls to where those guys are gonna be, and I know they're gonna be there. Where Ben or Phil or RJ or any of those guys, like I can trust them, and I know they're going to be there, and it feels really good as a quarterback.